Hi, I'm Polly. I want people to come here so that they give themselves a chance for a better life. And I think sometimes we are programmed, brainwashed in other ways. And by walking into Advantage Health Center, you are saying, I am opening up my options and opening up my mind for other ways that my life can be better. After I had kids, I started running to get in shape after I had my two daughters. And I fell in love with it. And like Dr. Jeff May said, I have said that I have like a very addictive personality. So I don't do anything really half-assed. And running was like really a big deal in Minnesota, and there was marathons everywhere and 5Ks, and it was just kind of like this big trend. So not only was it my life, but it was my social outlet as well. And so I ran with people and trained, and it was everything to me. And one spring, my knee started to hurt, and I just thought it was because I was, running on it all the time. I was running probably 50 to 100 miles a week. So I went in and I had run the cartilage out of my knee. And so I went in and I had surgery that summer, and the surgery did not work. And so I started to go into a dark place. And then I decided to do a different surgery the next summer, and that surgery supposedly worked. Like, I thought that it worked at the time, but when I went back last summer, I was like, my knee has never really felt better. So I had cartilage replacement surgery. So I had a donor knee. I had a 30-year-old cartilage put into my knee. And so we went in, it was a year ago, last spring. They said, well, we never really fixed the other side of your knee, we just did one. And I'm like, I really wish you would have told me that. So they said, you need to do a partial knee replacement. So that was in May, a year ago May. And at this time I had gained a lot of weight, I was in a kind of a depression, and then my mom was killed in a car accident. And so that was a year ago, last May. So now I'm like, do I do this surgery? It feels wrong. Everything just felt wrong. So I was talking to my cousin, and she said, you should try soft wave stem cell therapy on your knee before you do your surgery. I'm not saying you shouldn't do your surgery. And she said, I went to this chiropractor in Jordan, and I did soft wave on my shoulder, and I no longer need surgery. And she's like, it sounds like it's made up, but it is. Just try it. It's $50. And I'm like, that's the worst. I'm going. So I called, and I was very, very skeptical. And I was doing all this research. I'm a teacher, so I was doing all this research, and I called up here, and I think I talked to Mel, and I'm like, really? Like, how do I know I'm a candidate? And she goes, you just have to come. And I'm like, I don't know. And she's like, just come. And I said, all right. So I came up and came in here not knowing what to expect at all. And it was like a lightning bolt. Like, my whole life changed in that moment. Yeah, just poof. I was in chronic pain. My knee hurt just sitting. Like, it just would throb constantly. It never not hurt. And it was the first moment in like 5 years that my knee had not hurt. It was like it's like I had a new, I don't even know how to explain it. It was like a new car that floated. It was like a new body. I was in any pain. I was just coming in to get the quick fix, right? And once I was in and saw, and so I don't like using the word miraculous, but it was like destiny. If I would have done that surgery, I would be sitting on my couch, miserable, and not in any better place ever. I mean, it would have been a really, really bad thing. And I wanted to be like, you can take that surgery and you can shove it up your ass, because, I mean, it's almost offensive. My husband was like, we were at Mayo, the best hospital in the world, and they did not suggest this. I go, that's because all they want is my money. And they want me to be a repeat customer. They want $75,000 every year. It was a life-changing experience. And it still is, I preach it. It's like my gospel.